Disney Plus has this thing where when a big Marvel movie is done its theatrical run, come on Disney Plus, they put out a documentary about it, and it's called Assemble, right? So I think they do Ms. Marvel Assemble, and they do a documentary about the making of it. Well, they were supposed to release, they had advertised that they were putting out their Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Ant-Man 3, assembled documentary last month. I think it was supposed to come out June 14th. And then all of a sudden, very quietly, June 14th came and went, and they never dropped it. They never put it out, which nobody had to be a rocket scientist to figure out this has something to do with Jonathan Majors. And are they taking Jonathan Majors out of it? Are they waiting to release until the Jonathan Majors thing is done and all that kind of stuff? Well, they finally put it out. Ant-Man, the making of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania Assembled has now come out, and it's not the iteration that it was before. At least that's what I'm being told. So I'm going to take this. This comes to us from Direct, who write the following. The documentary did include a roughly 5-minute section dedicated to Jonathan Majors' Kang, which included footage of He Who Remains variant from Loki, behind-the-scenes snippets from Quantumania, and interviews with the divisive actor. So, according to the story, they still do have Jonathan Majors in it. Now, that's interesting because in like the advertising for Creed 3, like for the video on demand and streaming for Creed 3, they took Jonathan Majors out of that entirely. Like the studio behind Creed 3 just took Jonathan Majors out. So a lot of people thought, including me, I suspected this too. Back in June, when Assembled never showed up, we thought, well, they're probably editing Jonathan Majors out. But they did leave him in at least for that 5 minutes. Now, the key thing, though, is that other than that 5 minutes, he's not in any of the rest of it. And apparently, like, you guys know how it goes, right? When they're talking about the different actors, right? They'll have other actors or the directors or whatever talking about that actor's performance. Oh, Paul Rudd is so great to work with, and Paul Rudd's so wonderful. Oh my gosh, getting to work with Michelle Pfeiffer is such a dream come true. Well, other than that one isolated 5-minute thing, all the other spots that Jonathan Majors was either discussed or appeared in was removed from Avengers. This is also coming from Direct, who write this. Although Kang was discussed and featured in the special, with Majors speaking on his MCU villain, the actor and his performance were not mentioned or praised by any of the movie's cast or crew. So what I made a call. What I got told was that, yes, they decided to leave Jonathan Majors in, but a bunch of the stuff either with Jonathan Majors or referencing Jonathan Majors was taken out, and that was part of the thing. Now, how true that is, only somebody from Disney can officially tell us that for sure, but at least that's what I was told. And so I think that gives us a little bit of an insight as to what their approach with Jonathan Majors is right now. Obviously, Jonathan Majors has his criminal trial starting up here in just a couple of weeks. He already made his first couple of court appearances. I think Marvel is taking this wait and see approach. So they're like, hey, we're not cutting ties with Jonathan Majors just yet. So there he is in the thing. But we are also hedging our bets a little bit. We don't want to have too much Jonathan Majors in it until we know what's going to go on. So they pulled back on a little bit. And honestly, while that's not what I thought they were going to do, it is probably the right move on their part right now, right? Because if this trial only goes like 2 weeks and the judge throws it out and says, hey, there's no truth to any of this, blah, 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 you don't want to have either burned your bridges with Jonathan Majors or burned your bridges with his fans, right? At the same time, if it turns out badly, and we have no idea here whether it's going to go one way or the other, we simply don't know. But if it goes badly, then you don't want to have Jonathan Majors' face plastered all over that piece of marketing, you know what I mean? So probably right now it seemed to be like the right approach. We want to take a second and thank the sponsor of this video, Birddogs. You know, as a guy, there's only two things that are important to me when it comes to fashion: looking good, and even more importantly, being comfortable. And that's where our sponsors, Birddogs, come to the rescue. Offering everything from pants like stretch khakis, joggers, and sweatpants, to shorts like gym shorts and swimsuits, and even great looking and comfortable polo shirts. Birddogs, like their stretch khaki shorts, are designed to fit slimmer through the thighs and legs, giving you a truly sculpted look. Birddogs shorts fit way better than regular shorts that are made of a stiff, restricting cotton. You see, Birddogs fixed this issue by inventing cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki, but stretches so you get a way slimmer fit without having to sacrifice movement. And that's just one of the reasons that by wearing Birddogs, you're gonna look good and more importantly, feel good. So guys, go to birddogs.com/Campea for a free Yeti-style tumbler with your order. That's birddogs.com/Campea for a free Yeti-style tumbler. Use code Campea. You won't want to take your Birddogs off. We promise you. So what'll happen next? Are they keeping him as Kang moving forward? I think we got a lot to find out still. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching our video. Make sure you do all the standard stuff, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button. But listen also, we do a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, hour-long show every day. Make sure you go and subscribe to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice.